Happy Monday, guys. Time for another episode of Don't Be a Jerk. Hey guys, John Conley from UncleJohnSoap.com. Today I want to talk about animal lovers. God, I hate air quotes, but they kind of were needed, so bear with me for a minute. As you know, some of you know, maybe you should know, we are located in Berlin, Maryland. We have our store here, cute little town, historic. It was in a couple movies. But anyway, we're really close to the beaches in Ocean City, Maryland, and just south of us are Assateague and Assateague Islands. This is where the wild ponies roam. If you've ever done any reading, you've read about Misty of Chincoteague and the wild ponies and things like that. More and more people every year get bitten by ponies, stamped on by ponies, head-butted by ponies, straight up gut kicked by ponies, and there's no reason for 99.9% of it. It is so rare that a pony will come after a human being that you would almost have to intentionally instigate something. It starts when you drive onto the island, over the bridge, the causeway, heading into the island, and you see the bay that you're crossing and the marshlands and things like that. There are signs on each side of the road that show you the rules about the wildlife and the ponies especially. There is a radio station, big sign. It shows what station to tune to on your AM dial. And it explains in a loop the rules about the island, the surf danger, no trash left behind, take your trash with you, beach hours, things like that, and to stay away from the wildlife and the ponies. And there are reasons for this, and 90% of the stuff down there explains why. It doesn't just give you the rule just because. I grew up where my mom always said, these are the rules and I'm the mom and you'll follow my rules because I said so. Okay, to me that's good enough. But they go a step further on this island and they explain it to you. Then there are park rangers that explain it to you if you can't follow the rules. And on top of that, there are these other people who love the ponies who volunteer their time. They're almost like an honorary park ranger. They wear a yellow vest with their shorts and their hat and stuff. They have a little name tag and they go around and they keep an eye on the ponies. They take counts, and some of them even help administer medication, I think, from time to time when they corral them up and things like that. But either way, they're there to help, guys. They're not there to bust your chops. If you see one of these people approaching you, you might want to think, what am I doing wrong right now? So, Billy Bob, maybe you shouldn't be taking pictures of your girlfriend with her arms around the neck of that pony because she's about to get bit or stamped on, or both. Stay away from them. Don't touch them. They're wild animals. Just like deer. You go up and mess with a deer, they can front kick you, they can headbutt you, they can bite you. Ponies can do it, and they can do it a lot better. If you're on the beach and ponies approach you, you can wave your arms and make loud noise and try to protect your blanket space and try to keep them from getting into your food. But once they're in your space, you need to back off because they've won. Wait for a lifeguard or a ranger to come along and try to shoo them away. They know what they're doing for the most part, and they've done it longer and know how to do it better. Respect the wildlife. Respect the speed limit. The speed limit's not put there just as an arbitrary number, and it's not just a suggestion that maybe you should go this speed limit. The speed limit's there to protect pedestrians, other motorists, bicyclists, wildlife. Imagine that. There are places where the ponies need to cross the road to get from one place to another. Depending on the wind, the temperatures, and everything else, if they stay on one side of the island and there's no breeze and it's 100+ degrees, they go to where it's cooler and maybe more shade. They're just like anybody else. They need to travel to get things done. Slow down. Take your time. Watch out for these things. Just like pedestrians crossing the road, there are average places where pedestrians tend to cross the road. Is there an idiot that crosses in the middle sometimes? Sure. But if you're doing the speed limit, most of the time you're going to be able to stop in time to avoid an accident. Don't feed those wild animals. It does several things. One, it messes with their diet. They're not built to eat most of what we eat. It also encourages them to approach people more, and the more they approach people, the more comfortable they get, the more aggressive they get, and then you don't have a choice, because when you go to pick up your PB&J sandwich, they're going to take it right out of your hand and probably take a couple fingers with it. Also, it encourages them to come out into the road when you lean out of the car with that apple to feed the pony. That's not cute. What it does is it encourages the pony to come out into traffic where he can get hit. If you run into a pony, it's nobody's fault but yours. Ponies, in 99% of cases, unless they're being chased by somebody, are not going to just jump out into the traffic in front of your car. A deer might do that just because they get spooked because the wind blew up their butt, but a pony's not going to do that. The only time a pony's going to get hit by a car and killed and damage that car is if you've been a moron and driving too fast. So stop thinking it's all about you. Have some respect for the rules, understand the rules, know why they're there, and stop being a jerk.